Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Swan Songs number 6. This is the conclusion to the Swan Songs anthology that we've been getting from Image Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by W. Maxwell Prince with art by Martin Morazzo and letters by good old Neon. As you see, there are some colors, but not too many things. We do have Chris O'Halloran on a cover and some interior colors. But this issue, not only is it a loving parody of existing work, it's also the conclusion of the series. It's also very different than a lot of the previous books. So it was a really interesting journey. I don't know what's going on in the mind of W. Maxwell Prince, but I'm really, really on board because it's really, really a lot of fun. So in this issue, the end of the sidewalk. The end of the series about endings is here. The team behind Ice Cream Man creates something only they could, a dark, morose take on a beloved children's poems. And it's an Ice Cream Man crossover, of course, a parodic play with the near perfect rhyme scheme, the terminal issue of a bunch of terminal issues. The end is here. We hope you enjoy our swan song. I did. I really did. I don't even know what to say about this specific issue because it's so different than anything I've ever read. It's such a fun take on the genre, such a interesting approach to doing this work. It doesn't even feel like a comic, of course. It really feels like a children's book or a children's book of poems. But there is a story that you do follow along, and it is a weird story. It's creepy. If you have read Ice Cream Man, you know exactly the type of story that you're about to get. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say specifically about this issue, but I do want to say I really enjoy the series as a whole, with each of the creators that came on board, and it's just the perfect way to close out this book is by having the Ice Cream Man team reunite to bring you something weird, something strange, something creepy. Uh, Only the way they can do it. The poems are actually really interesting. There's even a haiku at some point, which I don't know a lot about poetry, but it's interesting to follow along with the page and just to see how a poem can tell a story, a smaller story, but then also a larger story within the pages of all the, once you kind of put all the poems together. And of course, you get to the end of the book, and it leaves you just not only on the edge of your seat, but also at the end of the road. Um, this has been great. I hope that Image uh, figures out that this was a success. I hope that the team has more books like this in their back pocket, because I would love to see more of this type of anthology, rotating teams, rotating artists, creative artists, different mediums. It was crazy. I just really enjoyed this Swan Song. It's one of the coolest anthologies out there. I think it's going to be such a fun book when it's collected. It probably will end up on a bunch of best of 2024 list when the trade hits and more people get to read it. I can guarantee you that. If you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, we have some variants at the end of the video. Stay tuned for those. And of course, stay tuned here on the channel. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.